Previously on the BADLSX Garage. You don't get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. What is up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the BADLSX Garage. Glad each and every one of you decided to stop back by and see what's going on. Now, in last week's video, you saw me take this 96 into a 103. I think we can officially say that it's a 103 at this point. So, put the jugs and pistons on, slapped on the heads, torqued them down to spec, and at the end of the video last week, I panned around and showed you a picture of the throttle body. Now the throttle body's just sitting there. It is bolted up, but it's just sitting there. There's no Loctite on the bolts. The bolts are not torqued down, so we'll have to pull those out and actually do what we need to do with those. Before we get started, I want to thank today's sponsor, Eaglelights. Yes, I have paired up with Eaglelights. As all of you know, I know I've told you a million times, I run their front and rear brake and turning signal bulbs. Best bulbs that I've ever seen in my life. But that's not the reason I contacted them. I contacted them because I love these LED strips. But these are Amazon specials. They don't last. You pay high dollar prices for this stuff, and when it rains, well, it's garbage. These come on automatically when it rains, and I don't know how it happens. They're junk. I'm over it. So I hit up Jared at Eagle Lights and I said, hey man, I love your products. Can we do a sponsorship? He said, absolutely. Go to my website and pick out anything you want and we'll send it to you. So I hit him up and I wanted, hey, this is simple. LED lights and extension. And I got to rep their shirt. You know how it is. So he sent this, had this at my house in a couple of days. But like I told them in the email, I'm running their front and rear turning signals. Love them, love them. Their thing is see and be seen. Well, I'm pretty sure that I've been seen a lot. I'm pretty sure they have saved my life a bunch. Now the front turning signals, Roy, now if you don't watch my channel, you don't know who Roy is, but Roy's the dude that I ride with a lot. Well, when he's in front, he don't lead very often, but when he is in front, he's like, bro, you're gonna have to turn these lights off. They're just too bright. But how you going to turn off an LED bulb that's a turning signal? You just can't. That's how bright they are. But listen, at nighttime, they're actually great. They actually put off a good enough glow at night that you don't even have to have the big, huge running lights. If you like that kind of stuff, if you like LED lighting or anything like that, go over to eaglelights.com. They got all sorts of stuff. They've got stuff for your Harley Davidson, your Honda Goldwing. You name the motorcycle, they've got it. If you need something for your Jeep Wrangler, they also got that, because if you don't know, 7-inch headlights for your motorcycle will also fit in a Jeep Wrangler because they're also 7-inch. Wide variety of headlights. They've even got air cleaners, guys. Air cleaners. They've got cup holders. Just go over to eaglelights.com, check out and see what they got. If you find something that you do like, when you check out, use my code, BADLSXGARAGE. It will save you 15% on your whole total order. So, hope that helps you out a little bit. And again, thanks Eagle Lights for sponsoring this video. And we will have an install video coming real soon. Before you put this throttle body in, you want to replace these little gaskets. Now, it comes with little rubber O gaskets from Cometic. And what they do, they're beveled. I don't know if you can see that very well. This flat piece will go towards the head side. The beveled side will go in this little groove right here. Now these obviously come off. They're kind of like a exhaust flange, if you will. But you just stick that on there and make sure to stick the beveled edge inside. Now I do have them lubricated. It's not super greasy or anything, but they are lubricated. And these move. And what you want to do is just slide it into place. These back bolts I do have installed. They do not have Loctite on them or anything as of right now. They're just there for guidance. So we're gonna guide those right in. You saw us put our red RTV sealant on, then we put the gasket on, made sure it was lined up accurately. Took the lower rocker box, put also a thin layer of red RTV sealant around the rocker box, not the gasket. Carefully put the lower rocker box in place, set it down, put a bolt in each corner just to hold it into place. Went back around, put blue Loctite on every bolt, snugged each bolt down. Now we're ready to start torquing this down. The torque specs that we're reading in the book is 120 to 168 inch-pounds. You can go to Google and convert that and it comes out anywhere from 10 to 14 foot-pounds. So we're gonna round up and we're just gonna say 13 and leave it there. Just do it in a star pattern and you'll be good. Before we set the rocker arm assembly in there, there'll be a little O-ring. That O-ring goes right here. Right now it's time to put the push rods in and the tubes. You want to put the back one in first. Make sure that you have your rubber O-ring up in the head or either on your push rod tube. Just don't forget that. That could be a bad day. Cause you to have to tear apart everything if you do forget it. And let's put the front one in now. Now it's time to slide this rocker arm assembly in there. Keep in mind, you've got a fresh gasket and everything in here for your breather. So let's slide this into place. The manual will tell you to tighten these bolts a quarter turn at a time until the lifters bleed down, and that's correct. But since we have adjustable push rods that we got to deal with and attend to, you can actually turn these. I would still recommend, 1, 2, 3, 4, do them in a cross pattern, but a little bit at a time, break everything in easy, and then your final resting spot will be 18 to 22 foot-pounds. What I'd like to do is take some oil and just go over everything a little bit. You don't have to do this. This is just me. We are officially ready to adjust our push rods. Now, a lot of people have a hard time with this. It's really not that hard. I'll see if I can dumb it down for everybody just in case. First and foremost, make sure that the cylinder that you are working on is on base circle. If you don't know what base circle is, go back to a couple of videos ago when we started all of this. I explained what base circle is and how to get to it. Once you know that you're on base circle, and your push rods are already in there, take a paper clip, take a rubber band, put the rubber band around the paper clip, run it up to the top bolt on the rocker box, and what this does is hold up your push rod tube so you can get to all of these adjustments. Okay, what we want to find here is zero lash. This is not zero lash. There's a lot of play in there. So what we want to do is get all of that play out. You have what is called an adjuster here. This will be your lock bolt once you're done, and this is just to hold on to right here for your push rod, so you can have adjustment like that while you turn this. This up here will be 7/16. Your adjuster will be 1/4 of an inch. So what we want to do is get the adjuster down, and how you do that is by turning it clockwise or tightening it up, running it down until it gets down into the lifter. And we're looking for zero lash. Zero lash is when you have a little movement, but not a lot of movement between the push rod and the lifter. Now you need to take a paint marker and just ever so slightly mark one of these flats right here, just one. Now, if you don't understand what a flat is, let me try to explain this real quick. A bolt has 6 sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, each one of these sides is a flat. So what I done was marked one side that's facing towards me. Okay, I'm just dumbing this down a little bit so you'll understand. When this will be 1 flat, 2 flat, 3 flat, 4 flat, 5 flat, 6 flat, and then when you get back to your mark, it'll be 1 full turn. These particular S&S push rods are 32 threads per inch. So dumbing that down even farther, you need 20 flats. 20 flats or 3 1/3 turns. So what you will do will be either turn this 3 times and 1/3 or count the flats as you're going. So take your 1/4 inch wrench, put it on the adjuster, take your 7/16, and for this you will run counterclockwise. 1 flat, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1 turn. 2 turns. 3 turns. So we know 6 times 3 is 18. We just run it 18 turns, correct? Okay. 18, 19, 20. That will be 20 flats or 3 1/3 turns. You want to do the exact same thing in the back. I probably should have done the back first. It would have been easier to get to, but for demonstration purposes, and so you guys could see, that's why I done the front first. You don't want to lock this down just yet, but do run this little lock nut up. And before you do anything, you want to wait 5, 10, 15 minutes. And here's why. I cannot turn this by hand. I should be able to turn this by hand, and I can't. The reason why is there's still oil in this lifter, and this lifter is not collapsed yet. Once that lifter collapses to where it should be, then I'll be able to move this by finger. Here's what you want to see, fam. You want to be able to get in here and turn these by hand. See how easily that can be done? That, you know, is good. Comfortably, you can put all of this back together and know that it's going to be safe. Pull your rubber bands back off, do all the way with all that stuff. Put your push rod tubes back on. I've already got the back ones on. It's ready. It's ready to rock and roll. Got to put the exhaust on and the tank and all of that stuff, but yeah, I think we're pretty much done with the motor. First startup. Hopefully this is going to work. Prime the fuel pump a few times. Neutral it is. Here we go. complete. Sweet. Yes. No leaks. No dribbles. No puddles. Well, you can't ask for no better than that. While everybody else is out there talking about the new Street Glide and Road Glide, I'm over here rebuilding my twin cam junk. You can't, I can't compete with the new Street Glides and Road Glides, but I can compete with the twin cam. You put a twin cam in front of me and I can tear it apart and put it back together with my eyes closed. Anyways, guys, we took this 96 and turned it into a 103 on the cheap. How cheap? Well, we went over budget just a little bit. Our budget was around 450 bucks at the beginning. I think we are now at around 540. Still not that bad. We went over because, well, I bought that copper spray gasket that we did not use. I bought Loctite, RTV sealant, stuff like that. That stuff seems to add up. But still yet, where can you go and spend 540 bucks and change your cubic inches? Yeah, I don't know of very many places. Anyways, if you've enjoyed this video, go down there and give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go down there and hit that subscribe button as well before you leave. But listen, that's all I've got for you. I'm gonna go wash my hands and get ready for some supper and enjoy my family time. You know what to do, like always. Like, share, and subscribe. And look, do it with me. Peace. I'm out.